Hi friends, it's Anne here, and today's video is just going to be a little try on with the products that I recently picked up from Sephora. So those products would be this Tower 28 bronzer, the Hollywood Flawless filter from Charlotte Tilbury, a Marc Jacobs eyeliner, and a little Sephora lipstick. I'm also going to be trying again the Quo blush that I recently picked up, as well as the Natasha Denona Chroma Crystal. I don't think I've actually tried this in a video, but I've used it a couple times, and I quite like this. I've mentioned I think I got lucky on the one that I got. I got the shade Moonstone. And I do want to mention I have already put my foundation on. The foundation I have on is this Tarte Clay Stick in the shade Light, and I sort of lightly, ever so lightly, set my face with this, the Bare Minerals. It's just like a face translucent powder duo with the matte side, so this side. And then I did my brows with the Urban Decay Brow Blade. I just used the pencil side for today. I didn't use the little pen side. So like my try on last time, I'm going to start with the face and I'll do the eyes after. I've realized while getting prepared for this that I really don't use cream products very often, and I'm feeling a little intimidated. So I'm hoping this works. We're gonna maybe mostly go finger based, and then if things don't work out, then we'll maybe utilize a tool of some sort. But I'm going to start with I am going to start with the Tower 28 bronzer. So let's just go in with this and see how it works. Very light, which is probably good. Why do I put bronzer on my forehead? I also put contour there when I use contour. When my bangs cover it, well, my bangs kind of are see-through a little, they're not completely thick, so I feel like just to balance out my face. So the other thing too is when you contour up here, it helps, hopefully you can see, it sort of helps define your forehead a little bit more, so it's not just like one big blank canvas, and it helps make it smaller. This is why, if you see someone with a really short forehead and they're bronzing their forehead or contouring their forehead, no, you don't need to. I mean, maybe very, very close to the edge, just again to sort of full, complete the face, but no, you don't need to. If you have a small forehead, consider it a blessing. If you have a giant forehead, just means you have a big canvas. Seems to be going on well, and it doesn't seem to be moving my foundation. That was the one thing I was concerned about, was sort of moving the foundation around. I'm gonna kind of work the bronzer a little bit more in, just because I'm liking the tone of this, and I feel like it reminds me a little bit of when I get a bit of sun. It definitely has a bit more of a, I talked about this, almost it's not red underbase, but it's definitely not a yellow underbase, so it looks more natural on my skin. Probably should maybe put a bit on my neck. So there we go, there's the bronzer on. Really, really liking that. Again, it took me a little longer than probably normal. I think once I get more comfortable with this type of product, I'll get better at putting it on. But really like how natural that's looking. Really pretty. Okay, next we're gonna go in with the Quo liquid, or what do you call it, Featherweight cream blush in the shade Heavenly. Just put a little dot on the back of my hand, and then we're gonna tap this in, I hope. I'm really enjoying that blush. I love, I'm surprised that the color looks really nice, and I just feel like it's a very natural type flush. I definitely want to buy some more shades in this. I'm really enjoying how it looks, and I felt like the last time that I tried this on, that it did wear pretty well, like considering, because it's a cream foundation. So I might do a check-in later on the sort of wear of this. I don't know, again, if I remember to, and if it works out, I will put one in. I do have like lower expectations that this stuff will last because it's all like cream based. So, you know, it's fine if it wears because I don't expect it to be long lasting. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm just gonna use this as a highlight. I watched what's on like the Charlotte Tilbury website, and this is how they used it. Although she used a brush, I'm gonna try and just use my fingers. But we're just gonna do that. And then let's, again, kind of blend it in a little. Doesn't do a whole lot, but it does something. It's pretty subtle. I do tend to bring my highlighter pretty low. I like, because my cheeks, see how they like have a roundness there? I like when there's a bit of highlight sort of on the edge there. Okay, pretty subtle. Let's maybe do some nose highlight. Some face glow. Oh, that was too much. Oh, my nose looks highlighty now. Well then. Okay, we're gonna leave that for now. It's okay. It's, again, very subtle. If you want a really natural, like it definitely absorbs sort of right into the skin. You can't see where I put it. This was something that I was worried about though when I tested this on the back of my hand. I felt like it's like if I show it there and then I sort of tap it out, so that's like lightly tapped out, you can still sort of see a bit of glow, but if I keep going, it's like, where'd it go? See, you still sort of see it. It's very subtle, very subtle. Let's maybe see if we can add a bit more. I think maybe because I've been like going overkill on highlighter lately too. I normally prefer a subtle highlight, but I've been really going with the glow lately. Okay, let's move on to eyes. I am gonna put on a little bit of glitter glue, like very little. I've never tried this Natasha Denona eyeshadow with the glitter glue, but I feel like it might help it stick and pop a bit more. I've used it, I think, with like the primer potion, but that's it. Okay, we're just gonna work this one eye at a time. It's not super finicky, but it's still like, I mean, it's more finicky than just a plain powder product. Over. So there we go. That's one eye. And I feel like it dries fairly quickly. I'm just gonna give that like a minute to sort of set before I go in with the eyeliner. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner. Apologies, you're gonna see my little mirror because I need my mirror a little bit closer to do the eyeliner. So this is a Marc Jacobs, just I think they call it Highliner, gel liner, or something like that. Highliner gel eye crayon. That actually twists up from the bottom. I wonder if they're like, how do you keep the point? Anyway, we're just going to line my eyes. I am going to line the waterline. I might try and, if hopefully it doesn't set too quickly, I can do a little bit of a wing. Okay, there's the eyeliner done. Really liking this eyeliner. I guess because I've been using that stupid little Color Workshop. I'm starting to get frustrated by it now. It's getting pretty small, but I feel like I can still use it a little bit longer. It's really nice to use like a real eyeliner for a change. One that's not like this big. And also this is definitely much like creamier, and it's definitely much darker. It's definitely much more intense. Okay, I'm just gonna curl my lashes and put on the L'Oreal Lash Luminous Paradise. No, Luminous Lash Paradise words. And then we'll come back and put the lipstick on. Yay! Okay, mascara is now done. So now we're gonna try the Sephora Lip Stories. This is their Astrology collection. This is in the shade Cancer. I've actually never tried these lipsticks, but I know a lot of people really like them. And it did feel pretty creamy and smooth when I did sort of the little swatch on the back of my hand. Oh, she's bright. Incredibly creamy. So on camera, my color tone is, I would say, a little bit off. Let me see if I can fix it. The only reason is because certain color tones really wash out my face. So let's see here. Okay, so my face tone is way off right now, but this is maybe a little bit better on the lip color. Like it's fuchsia. I might try and take a photo, and maybe that will translate on how bright this lip color is. Yeah, because my face color now is like, it looks a bit more porcelainy, like it's lighter and a little pinker, but my face in person is not quite like that. But that lip color is definitely a little closer to what I see in person, because it's bright. Like, it's bright. All right, now we're back to, so if you're curious to know, I use sort of the landscape setting on my camera because I feel like it makes the colors pop a little bit better, like in general, like my skin tone and stuff. But I do find it throws off sometimes, like when I have like a bright lipstick, that color seems really off for some reason. Everything else seems fine, like this seems fine, but for whatever reason, it's like because I think it's sort of color balancing, like it's bringing sort of everything forward, that if there's something super bright, it sort of brings that back a little. And it also adds a bit of warmth. So I feel like the landscape style adds some warmth that I see, like, again, in my face. So I feel like my face looks pretty identical, but for whatever reason, the lip color, it throws off the lip color. I don't know, cameras. This is the best I can do. Anyway, really pleased with how this has worked out. I actually found too, when I pulled out all these products, I was like, this is a really good like travel set of products. Like it's all very, like you don't have to bring any brushes or anything, and it's all fairly compact. I was like, wow, that actually would work out quite well as a little travel makeup. But again, I'm assuming the face stuff is not gonna wear for very long. And I did go pretty light-handed. I went in and added a little bit more bronzer, but I did go pretty light-handed with the face products. I could have maybe punched that up a little bit. I did try and go in with this as well, the Hollywood Flawless Filter as a brow bone highlight. Yeah, no, that did not work. There's too much product, and by the time you shear it out, it like disappears. So that, at least for my tiny little brow bone that's barely there, that did not work. So yeah, pretty pleased with this. I'll try and do a check-in, I hope, and then we'll wrap this video up. Okay, it's been maybe about 5 to 6 hours since I put my makeup on, and just doing a little quick check-in, looking a little rough, hanging on the couch with this little guy. Hello, how you doing? The makeup looks okay. I feel like, and I don't know if it's this foundation, let's focus on me here, I was pretty glowy like within an hour of filming, but like it's all sort of like in here, and that's what happens to me sometimes. Like I have fairly normal skin, but every once in a while I have a day where like I feel like I just am extra oily for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like the blush is looking good. I feel like the bronzer is gone. because my face is glowy already, I don't know if the Hollywood filter is even there, if it's even doing anything. Eyeshadow has stayed well. Like, I've tried this eyeshadow before, and it does wear down, but it sort of fades naturally. The eyeliner, for the most part, has stayed on. My waterline at the bottom it's there, but it's not as crisp as it was when I first put it on. I didn't have any transfer, so I have taken a nap, I have eaten lunch, I have taken Harley out, so I've had a mask on my face. And one thing that's good is the eyeliner has not transferred up here, which happens to me sometimes, but I do feel like the eyeliner on this side doesn't look as good, but I don't know if it looked like that when I first did the makeup, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, it just feels like it wore a little bit on that eye, and I'm not really sure why. Like, I don't remember rubbing that eye or anything. The lip color is faded, but some of that was on purpose. I blotted my lips quite a bit before I went out with the mask on because I didn't want the lipstick to like smear all over my face. But it was going pretty strong. I didn't really eat anything like super greasy or oily for lunch, so I didn't really put it through a big test at lunch, but it stayed on pretty good considering that it's just a cream lipstick. So yeah, it's super windy out today too, so I feel like I'm a little rough, but we're just going to sit here, hang out on the couch, and maybe watch a movie. That's the plan for the rest of the day, or at least for the afternoon. So that's my check-in. Everything's looking pretty good. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it the little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you did subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.